see a senior judge in a court lower himself, you know, they're supposed to be, and we all believe, did believe, that they're independent. But that's the power of Shell, and that's Shell's law. And many of you here have seen the Pipe documentary. Yeah, well, you've seen it on 2 or 3 occasions where it was mentioned. This is Shell's law. That's exactly what it is. This, as I mentioned to Jim, there's a conspiracy all the way from the very top of this land down to the lowest ranking uniform in Belmullah Court Station, against protesters, farmers, fishermen, all for private companies, one of them being Shell in our area, and they have the elite in this country bought. So when you have the likes of the Minister for Justice telling the judge, put this man away for 7 months, I mean, crazy offence, a public order offence. Me being 53 years of age, the barrister actually at the court, he's a young barrister from Dublin here, you know, he says to me, when I seen the cameras and the reporter from the Irish Times, I said, I'm going to jail today. It's only a matter of how long. Oh, don't be silly, he says. You know, no previous convictions, many of your age, will probably give you a slap in the wrist, or at the worst, he says, a suspended jail sentence. So, I says to him, no, I says, the law you know and you learned for in college and this, that, and the other, that don't exist here. I says, this is Shell's law. And that was outside the courtroom at 9:30 in the morning. So, lo and behold, anyway, the judge sentenced me. And fair play to the barrister and the solicitor, where they were holding me in Castlebar Garda Station too, before they shipped me off to the prison. In fairness to the two, you know, usually you don't hear from solicitors or barristers until you get the bill. But they did come up to see me and say goodbye to me. And I said to the young barrister, I said, what you learned today, I said, would you learn it in college? No, he said, we're right, Pat. You know, it's easy when you're watching this for 10 years. It's so easy to figure out what's going on. And like what Paul mentioned there about 50-odd thousand truck movements, that's what he said. No, I didn't know what it was, just a couple of days. But that to a community, to the citizens of any community, a small community in rural area, that's a public jail sentence. 58,000 truck movements. That is a jail sentence to anybody living in a place, anyone that have been there, that's seen it. You have old people living alongside the roadside, and that kind of carry on going on. It's wrong. It's very, very wrong. Now senior planners can go ahead with that, beats me. But yet saying that, there is people in the community that have accepted money, what I call it, as Shell's bribes, to stay silent about all this. They have them bought to stay silent. Now, I could have avoided jail. I could have avoided 3 broken ribs. In jail a couple of times, court put my family through what they have gone through with the last 10 years. If I accepted their money. But I said no, and I myself, and I'm not, you know, saying that I'm any better than anybody else, but I know between right and wrong. There's no grey areas in this. It's either right or it's wrong. And if I accepted money from Shell to move my pots, it was the easiest money ever I'd get in my life, move them from A to B, just to give them a clear path to go in. They would have given me 40,000 for 1 license. I had 3 licenses, it'd be over 100,000, over 3 years, 300,000. But I said no, because what the community had gone through over the last 10 years, you could say, fighting this, that, the other, I would be able to live with myself if I did. But obviously there is people, and I have no regrets, but that's their way of, I don't know, I couldn't see how they can be happy with themselves, but that's neither here nor there. But you know, and by standing up and against something that's wrong, they had no choice in the matter, just put you to jail, because I myself, as you've seen in the documentary, I was only exercising my rights. I had a license to fish in Broadhaven Bay. They had a license to put down their pipe. Shell had a license to put down their pipe in Broadhaven Bay. So, I mean, the 2 licenses was conflicting, so that it should have been sorted out by the ministers in charge or in a court of law. But obviously Shell and the government successfully lay the pipe. They brought in the Navy in my boat when I was in hospital, and they deemed it unseaworthy. So the guards and the Navy had control of my boat, and they wouldn't give it to me for about a week until the pipe was laid. So all of a sudden, the boat was fine. And that's the kind of stuff that's going on in our country. But the media that we were, you know, that was down at us, we had a few journalists, a few brave journalists in Ireland. It's time for us, the people, to get exactly what's ours. We didn't give a fucking mandate to raid worker criminal to sign away that stuff on our behalf. Like, I mean, that deal that was done by him should be thrown in the bin and start afresh. And if they don't do that, Dick Kenny and what's his name, Gilmore, if they don't do something about it now, before they get their final foreshore license, people should rally, and people should mobilise down to North Mayo, and when the first truck comes in with the road to go to Stone or Tunnels or whatever the case may be, get people on the road and stop it there and then. Because in 2006, we had great rallies down there, great support, but some of our own people voted against people coming here in 2006. And I knew in my heart and soul, on the 10th of November, we must have about, I'd say 600 or 700 people on the road, and the whole place came to a standstill. That was going on planned for every Friday. And if that continued for every Friday, that was the 10th of November. By Christmas Day, that project was finished. I have no doubt in my mind about that. I ended up in hospital with 3 broken ribs on the 10th of November. And the Friday evening that there was a similar protest called for the following Friday. Now I attended the meeting in Glenamoy, that was in the local area, on Friday with three broken ribs. I could hardly breathe. And when I heard the people voted against the protest on the following Friday, so the protest was called off. I swear to God, I went home with a bigger pain in my head than I had in my ribs, because I knew we were finished then. I knew shit had got their way. And that's the way it works. Like, if you don't tell them to them, that's it. They'll walk all over you. And they have done that since 2006. They have jailed us. They have gotten away with it. They have beaten us. They have gotten away with it. My son took a case last November to the High Court here in Dublin on planning case. They brought the pipe in 2009, right? They had a foreshore license to do that, but they had no planning on land. So in order for them to pull the pipe from the sea up on the land, they went 15 metres above the high water mark, where the foreshore ends at the high water. So they brought the pipe inland, 15 metres. The judge down here in the High Court, Harrington, he says he accepted that part of the pipe was unlawful. You can check it out, this is a fact. Part of the pipe was unlawful, he says. But it would be unfair to tell Shell to take it out. Right? And awarded the cost against my son. €181,000 of cost was awarded against him. He has to pay Shell's lawyers or solicitors. In order for him to get that overturned, he'd have to go to the Supreme Court. And we had no money to go there. So that's what's happening. We are doing our best. But with the economic climate we have in Ireland now at the minute, and you know, the bailouts and this with the banks and the whole lot, so a lot of bullshit as far as I'm concerned. But to pay for this, our answer is offshore on oil and gas. There's billions and billions and billions of euro worth of oil and gas that's been rightfully belonged to the Irish people. Every litre of that has been given away at the slow boat thing, as I said earlier. Bertie, I heard in 93, 94, when he was talking to the oil companies, was Minister for Finance. This is a fact, and if there's any guards or informers here, take it away to them, no problem. It's your future, I'm telling you, and it's your children's future we're talking about. It's not about the future we're talking about. Bertie, I heard that he was getting suitcases of dollars and sterling in 93, 94 into his account. He was talking to the oil companies, acting as Minister for Finance. In the tribunal, he told us that he wanted on the hot seat. Right? I had an audit. I run a factory, small shellfish factory. I had a revenue audit told either of them revenue officials that I want it on the horse, I know what I pay. So that's how they're getting away with it. And what I'm asking here today, all your friends and families, and as Peter says, when they start work, we have to mobilise ourselves. Stop this project and not let it start again until at least 70% will give it back to the Irish people. Let them work. Let's see if they can make a profit on the other project. And if they don't, let them clear off and we do other deals. The companies, if they want oil and gas, they have to come and talk to the people. Because the people we have put in power for the last 20 years, they're not doing the deals for us. Because I know, I don't want to go on doing that, but I've been official, man. The deals we made with that so-called common market back in 73, 74, we gave away billions and billions of euros worth of fish. And it's been taken away from our coast down to France, Portugal and Spain, processed there, taken back again, flown in. Me and you was buying our own fish back at higher level prices. They're very interesting.